On any given day, there's always something bizarre happening somewhere around the world. And for you to witness it, you have to be in the right place at the right time. But guess what? Today's your lucky day because we're rounding up the 11 things you will see for the first time in your life. What's up, Factnatics? This is Discovery Amuse serving up your daily dose of the most outrageous, outlandish, and out-of-this-world fun facts. Be amazed by our #1 entry because it's definitely something you don't see every day. Fasten your seatbelts, cause off we go! Number 11, water into wine. Don't we all wish that we could get a glass of wine by simply turning on your tap? Why not? In March 2020, some lucky residents of Castelvetro di Modena in northern Italy went from Cabernet to Cabernet when all of a sudden, red wine flowed from their faucets. A local winery called Cantina Settecani had some issues with their wine tanks. This resulted in over 1,000 liters of ready-to-be-bottled Lambrusco leaking into water pipes and getting into the faucets and shower heads of over 20 households. The fiasco was quickly resolved after a few hours, but not before a few grateful locals had filled their containers with the free booze. Keep watching because our #1 entry takes vending machines to the extreme. Number 10, Locust Invasion. Our next entry is a catastrophe of biblical proportions. In May 2020, for the first time after 25 years, swarms of locusts wreaked havoc on the fields of Pakistan and India. Known as the world's most devastating pests, locusts can destroy an entire farm in just a matter of minutes. The plague severely affected 60 districts in Pakistan alone. Authorities are now trying to save their crops by using chemicals and turning the captured locusts into chicken feed. However, these insects still continue to threaten food security in the two countries as well as neighboring African nations, which are already battling severe famine. Number 9, Cobweb Canopy. This might look like a set of a horror movie, but they're not spun out of a director's imagination. When over a fifth of Pakistan was submerged in flood in 2010, it not only disrupted the lives of around 20 million people, it also forced millions of spiders to climb up trees to avoid the water. Since it took so long for the floods to dry up, the spiders soon ended up covering the trees with layers of web, creating this eerie-looking spider kingdom. It might give you the heebie-jeebies, but there's a bright side to this creepy phenomenon. Experts noted that for a place filled with stagnant water, there were fewer malaria-spreading mosquitoes in the area due to the spider webs. Still, I'd rather stick to the digital kind of web. Number 8. Get lost in the snow! Do you want to build a snowman? Or how about a snow maze? If the cold never bothered you anyway, then this snow park in southern Poland should definitely be on your bucket list. In 2018, the world's largest snow labyrinth was unveiled at the Snowlandia Zakopane Park, which spans a whopping 2,500 square meters. The snow maze featured 6.5-foot walls and a 16-meter-high castle filled with chambers, hidden treasures, and ice sculptures. It took over 50 workers to build the maze using 60,000 blocks of ice. The best ice artists and sculptors from Poland and Slovakia also worked on the decor of the castle to complete this amazing white snow paradise. I just hope there are no white walkers hiding in those corners. From one snowy spectacle to another, number 7, green snow. Did you know that in some parts of coastal Antarctica, the snow has turned from white to green? At least it's not yellow. Portions of the Antarctic Peninsula are now covered in green-colored snow due to the presence of green algae, which thrive in slushy snow. Scientists believe that global warming is the main reason behind the ecological phenomenon. However, scientists also claim that the rising algae growth has also become helpful in sinking the carbon levels in Antarctica. The snow algae absorbs approximately 479 tons of carbon through photosynthesis. For perspective, that's equivalent to the amount of carbon emitted by 875,000 car trips. Number 6, rainbow trees. Nope, these photos are not photoshopped. They're also not part of an Andy Warhol exhibition. These trippy trees are 100% organic. They're called rainbow eucalyptus and are native to the Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. These are the only eucalyptus species that grow in the Northern Hemisphere. An American researcher named David Lee believes that the bright colors on these trees are actually a defense mechanism against organisms who might grow on their trunk. They also are used for traditional medicine, as their leaves are antiseptic and can be used as natural treatments for wounds. Who knew Mother Nature has a knack for abstract painting? Number 5. Hanging coffins. Up in the mountains of northern Philippines is a place called Sagada, where local tribes have a unique ancient tradition when it comes to burying their dead. Well, technically, you can't really call it burying. Instead of placing the coffins of their deceased loved ones 6 feet under, they hang the wooden caskets inside caves or on the sides of cliffs. The Igorot tribe of Sagada follows this ancient ritual because they believe that the higher the dead body is laid, the closer it is to heaven. The fact that the province is a mountainous area may also have played a role in this tradition. However, this is no longer a common practice among locals. In fact, the last coffin was hanged in June 2008. Number 4. Flying with the birds. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to fly with birds? Apparently, this Frenchman knows it quite well. He's been flying with them for decades. While studying white-fronted geese in his area, French bird enthusiast Christian Moulet found out about the risks that these birds had to face during migration. Aside from planes crossing their paths, bird hunters are also out and about waiting for their next game. To help his feathered friends, Christian flies his microlight plane and leads the birds to the safest migration route. But before he was able to do that, he had to spend years training the geese to follow him. He embarked on his maiden flight with the birds in 1995 when he flew 2,000 kilometers from Sweden to Germany with 30 white-fronted geese. Today, he tags along tourists who want to experience the unique opportunity to travel with his avian companions. Number 3. Black apples. See these black-colored apples? No, they're not rotten. They're actually a rare variety of apples exclusively grown in the mountains of Nyingchi in Tibet. The black diamond apples have this deep, dark color on the outside, but are white and bright on the inside. It might look black, but it's really a deep shade of dark purple when seen in enough light. This unique color is a result of the unusual weather conditions in Nyingchi. The place gets high levels of ultraviolet light during the day, but temperatures fluctuate dramatically by sundown. Unfortunately, you won't see black diamond apples in your local supermarket. These fruits take up to 8 years to mature and are only available around 2 months a year. They're so rare that you can only score one of these babies in high-end supermarkets in China. Number 2. Holographic Circus. They say that the best ideas can come at the most random times. This is precisely what happened to Bernhard Paul, the founder of Germany's Circus Roncalli. When Bernhard saw Justin Timberlake's NFL Super Bowl halftime show back in 2018, which featured a hologram of the late music icon Prince, he was inspired by the possibilities of the holographic technology. What if he could revolutionize the way we enjoy circus performances without the need for actual animals? And revolutionize he did. He led a team of 15 designers and software engineers to create realistic 3D holograms of horses, elephants, tigers, and other creatures of the animal kingdom. These digital creations are then flashed through 11 projectors during their shows. It's indeed a welcome innovation for an industry that's been plagued with animal mistreatment for centuries. Before we go to our number 1 pick, do us a solid and make sure to smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Don't forget to choose all so you won't miss out on any of our latest life-changing, boredom-busting content. And of course, be sure to turn on notifications in your app settings. Number 1. Car vending machine. The Japanese love their vending machines. I mean, really are obsessed with them. When you walk the streets of Japan, chances are you'll find vending machines that dispense more than just your typical snacks or bottled beverage. If you've got some coins to spare, you can get gourmet dishes, gadgets, underwear, even live plants and puppies, all on the go. Not to be outdone, American used car shop Carvana created the granddaddy of all vending machines. In 2015, Carvana unveiled their first ever 8-story car vending machine. Buyers can select the car they want to purchase online. Once paid, they will be given a special oversized coin which they can use to operate the vending machine, and voila! Out comes your pre-ordered vehicle. I wonder if it's shrink-wrapped. Today, you can find one of these machines in key cities in Arizona, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, and Washington, D.C. So, which of these did you add to your must-see list? Or perhaps you know something unique from your side of the world. Tell us all about it in the comments section below. Take home any of our exclusive gear by browsing our merch shelf or clicking the link in the video description. And while you're at it, take our quiz to find out how you can earn extra cash online doing what you do best. Awesome, right? Up for more cool discoveries? Then check out our countdown of the 15 genius inventions that should be implemented in every city. Till then, stay curious, Factnatics, and see you in the next video.